Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead. A glorious reading for you this week. We start with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Ace is all about new beginnings, new energies coming through, and new seeds. Indeed, a lot of people think on the cards these are just weird little symbols, but actually they are from the Hebrew letter Yod, which literally translates as seeds. So you're going to be planting many, many seeds this week. The fact that it's in the swords, the element of air, thoughts and ideas, in conjunction with the wands, which is fire, action and creativity and motivation, is really, really nice to see, because that indicates that there may be these light bulb moments, these flashes of inspiration, these new ways of thinking, these new ideas coming through, and there's the drive and the enthusiasm and the excitement to actually get them done. And that leads perfectly to the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles being the Lord of Prudence. So actually getting these ideas down on paper, starting to shape them, starting to make them happen. It's really, really lovely to see, because there can sometimes be a danger with the aces that it's just pie in the sky things. There's a reason that these hands are appearing from the clouds. They're to a certain degree intangible for the moment, and there can sometimes be a danger that, well, we've got these great ideas, we've got this enthusiasm, but we're not actually putting in the time, energy and effort to make them manifest. And if anybody can make anything manifest, Taurus, it's you. It's really, really lovely to see that there is this combination of, what should I do? This is what I should do. Great, I'm going to get on with it. That's the feeling. It's in quite stark contrast with some other star signs, particularly Aries, where there was this sense of more holding back, needing a time for respite, needing a time for quiet. This is certainly a time for you to start planning, moving ahead, and just put your ideas into action. Be interesting if you're a mix of Aries and Taurus within your Sun, Moon and Rising, because then there might be a bit of a push and pull of, I want to do it, but should I wait back? Should I move forward? But ultimately, with this Taurian energy coming through, it is very much about, if you're feeling excited about something, if you're feeling enthusiastic about something, then I would say put in the time, energy and effort. It may even be, and you'll have to slightly take this message with a pinch of salt, but that may even be at the exclusion of other things. There's a sense with the Eight of Pentacles, he's got his head down and he's just so enjoying what he's doing that he's kind of paying no heed to the pentacles building up. It's almost enjoyment for enjoyment's sake within the things that we're creating and the things that we're putting our time, energy and effort into. The fact that you have this in combination also with the Queen of Wands, the Wands, as I mentioned before, is that creative energy, it's that entrepreneurial energy, it's that energy of motivation and excitement. It's really nice to see that combination of the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So I would grab the bull by the horns, pun intended. It's not, or it's quite a rare thing that degree of motivation and excitement is there, particularly as we move into Blue Monday week. There may be other star signs that are feeling the slightly oppressive energies a little bit at the moment, but there's a suggestion here, Taurus, that you're not one of them, particularly as you can keep your head down, keep focused on what it is you're doing, and just keep moving ahead. It's a really, really good opportunity as well to be connecting with your creativity, whatever that means to you. Creativity doesn't always have to represent pottery classes or painting. If it does, great. But it's, what are we creating? What are we making manifest? What are we bearing into the world? That's a really important question for you to be asking yourself this week. And if there's a certain project, if there's a certain thing that you've been wanting to get out for a while and you haven't been taking the time, energy or resource to get it done, to make it happen, then ask yourself why. Because the energies here, it's almost like the crest of a wave. And if you have your surfboard, it could take you quite far. There's all the energies are aligning for you this week to make your dreams into reality, as grandiose as that may sound. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a flick of the switch and they appear overnight, but it's certainly a time and a week for you to get off the starting block. If you imagine it as a race course, you are crossing the starting line. You're starting to make strides. You're starting to take action in order to finish. It may be a race, it may be a marathon, but it is not a time to be holding back and still thinking, I don't know, maybe not. And because if you're remaining on that starting block, then you've slightly missed the train of opportunity. So just to go back one moment, I would really have a look at, okay, what am I wanting to create? What am I, and that may be within work, that may be within the home, that might be within relationships, but what has been rattling around in my mind for a while that particularly if it's something that you're enthusiastic about and that excites me. Yeah, there's plenty of examples. You may even sit down to do it and go, actually, no, this isn't actually as enticing or as exciting as I thought it would be. But that's okay, because at least you're getting it out of your system. It's much worse for these things just to remain a nebulous idea. Finally, we have the Six of Cups, an energy that has been showing itself again and again and again, not only this week, but throughout January. It's the Lord of Pleasure. We had it, interestingly, for Aries too. But Six of Cups is often an energy, it can be an energy of nostalgia. That isn't so much how I'm reading it this week. It's more about gleaning pleasure, because it is the Lord of Pleasure, from the finer things, not the finer things in life, sorry, but from the smaller things in life. Unsurprisingly, January is probably a time that we are spending quite a lot of our time at home. Partly we can be broke, partly the days are kind of dark, and we're recouping after the festivities of the festive break. So therefore, do find pleasure, luxury in the home. If the home for you isn't necessarily a pleasurable place, then what adjustments can be made in order to do that? Where are you nesting in? Where is your sanctuary? Where is your place of quietude and calm? Do you have a room of one's own? And for you, if that's your bedroom, if it's the office, is it decorated? Is it constructed in such a way that works the best for you? If not, then again, this is a good week to make those necessary tweaks and moderations. So that is my reading for you for the week ahead. Hope that helps. Be sure to go and check out your rising sign and your moon sign for a more in-depth reading for the energies for you this week. But until next time, have a wonderful week. See you then.